let's explore viewing others' faults and 6 other spiritual poems. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi. Today's first poem, Viewing Others' Faults. Viewing others' faults from the perspective of our brainstem will feed our fear, contempt, and hate. Viewing others' faults from the perspective of our midbrain will feed our empathy, compassion, and cooperation. Today's second poem, Bite and Claw. Minions of patriarchy bite and claw and fight to force and insinuate themselves into positions of power, like Darth Sidious in the first Star Wars trilogy. Whereas those who have embraced the matriarchy of Yin hunger for neither power nor authority, like the great Qui-Gon Jinn, who valued the guidance of the Force more than he desired a position upon the Jedi Council. Today's third poem, Heartache. Loving young neighbors could be a study in heartache, for as soon as they can, they buy property and move away. Loving aging neighbors could be a study in heartache, for in the fullness of time, they sleep to wake no more. Ever changing, one and all, there is nothing permanent to grasp. Try though we may, we cannot force the young to choose the contentment of minimalism and stay put. Try as we like, we cannot force the aging to consume a whole food vegan diet and live longer. There is nothing more to do but to notice, love, and let go. For anything else will compound suffering, like building one Death Star after another, and that always ends badly. Today's fourth poem, The Bija Boogie. You could use the bija, or seed syllable of our yidam, the Buddha whose mantra you rely upon, as a tool to support your contemplation of the union of bliss and openness. When we do remember well, it is not our task to visualize or to coerce our body to feel anything. It is so much easier and quite a bit more effective to simply silently and mentally recite the seed syllable of our yidam upon our in-breath, and to silently and mentally recite yes upon our out-breath while relaxing as best we can. If we can do this 48 times, while counting along with the appropriate finger gestures in the ideal sequence, the subtle pleasure as well as the wisdom of letting go could take care of themselves. For forcing anything anchors us to our brainstem, which anchors us to samsara's cycle of perpetual stress, dissatisfaction, and exhaustion, whereas allowing and relaxing keeps us in our midbrain, our path to nirvana, which is the habituation of awareness, love, and letting go. Today's fifth poem, Harnessing Rage. When anger finds our heart, and it always will, what are we to do? Bring that rage into the 3 circles of experience. First phase is object. What or who are we angry with? We could identify it with a syllable or 2. While inhaling, we could silently and mentally recite the rhetorical question, how relax into the awareness of him. There are 2 kinds of questions: hard-ass questions that require an answer, and questions asked for effect, whose greatest power comes when we do not try to answer them. Welcome to the Lazy Bastard School of Meditation, where of all the questions we contemplate, the only correct answer is to relax into the recitation of our mantra. While exhaling, we could verbally recite Om Mani Padme Hum. While relaxing as best we can, we could do this for 4 rounds. Second phase is act. How could this anger feel? During the inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the rhetorical question, how relax into the awareness of these angry sensations. During the exhalation, we could verbally recite Om Mani Padme Hum while relaxing as best we can. We could do this for 4 rounds. Third phase is object. During the inhalations, we could silently and mentally recite the rhetorical question, how relax into the awareness of this body that feels anger. During the exhalation, we could verbally recite Om Mani Padme Hum while relaxing as best we can. Let's do this for only 2 rounds. During the third inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the rhetorical question, how relax into the awareness of this mind that feels anger. During the exhalation, we could verbally recite Om Mani Padme Hum while relaxing as best we can. We could do this for 2 rounds. This is a set of mantra meditations that we could practice in just 12 breaths. If we are only a little miffed, then 1 set might do it for us. If we are deeply enraged, perhaps we'll want to practice 4 or even 8 sets. Remember, our job is not to shove away the rage, for that is but more aversion. Rather, we are to harness the energy of our rage so that instead of going to waste, it fuels our journey upon the path. There are many things we could do with our rage, but if we blend it with the 3 circles of mantra meditation, yes, we could tame our rage, but also we will nurture our habits of noticing, letting go, and loving. Work with our rage skillfully, and it could act as spiritual rocket fuel. Today's 6th poem, Yore. In days of yore, upon nautical maps, inscriptions could be found which read, Enter ye not, here be sea monsters. Just as not all journeys are best taken, likewise not all questions are best entertained, for some could tear us violently away from the here and out of the now. Today's 7th and final poem, Dress Up. As a little boy, when Halloween came around, I would dress up as Charlie Chaplin, an astronaut, or the Frankenstein monster. But Once I hit puberty, I dressed as Dracula, for he seemed the monster most likely to get a date. Let us conclude with a simple call to action. This podcast will never have any advertisements, so support us monthly on PayPal and like us on your podcast service to help others find us just as you found us as well. If meditation has felt impossible, boring, or just out of reach, you're welcome to register for the next series of live online meditation class webinars that meet once a week.